hello, and welcome to KCRW Pachyman. Yay, so great to have you here.
What's up, y'all?
You guys,
Wow.
okay, we're gonna need the energy to be more.
Yeah.
I can feel there's
Come
I know the
on.
seasons are changing.
It's
You're
really
like,
cold
is it
here.
Halloween yet? I don't know. Am I warm? Am I cold? Okay, let's do one big scream to get ourselves ready to scream some more, okay? 1, 2, 3. Yes!
That's
Thank
what's up.
you. I feel more awake
Nice.
now.
Thanks for that.
Thank you. Pachy, it's so good to see you.
Hey, everyone. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's great.
This is amazing.
It's really cool to have you here.
It's an honor.
All right, I love it. You know, the thing that I think about when I see you is the word joy. I just feel like you emit the sense of joy when you perform, the way you move in the world. Do you see yourself as a joyful person?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to go out with my friends and dance and stuff. And
Yeah.
that's like joyful, you know? I
Yeah.
think so, yeah. And when I'm performing, sometimes I'm really, really nervous, like as I am right now. So, so I put a front, you know, the front is just like, oh, I'm just smiling. I'm just having a great time.
I do that too.
Meanwhile, I'm just dying inside.
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah, that's what it's
Sometimes if I feel like nervous or awkward in a situation, I make myself laugh at the fact that I'm nervous, and it makes me feel better.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this
This
is crazy.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of like loosens you up. And then people see you and they think you're just having a great time by yourself.
Yeah. I've been into that situation as well.
Yeah.
Like you have a weird show, and I'm like, this is funny.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that right there. Well, I will say that for me, it's been like a really joyous experience to follow your journey as an artist. It's always interesting to reflect, like, how did I first hear Pachyman? What did it sound like to me? And when I was thinking back, I was like, okay, this is a cool, new kind of dub reggae artist. There's not a lot of lyrics, and it's got the dub feel to it. But now as time has gone by, it's so much more than just a dub artist. Your sound to me is Pachyman now. It's not just, dub, it's Pachyman. And I'm curious, like, it feels like something has unlocked for you between the first album and now the fourth album, which is called Another Place.
Fifth.
Pardon me, the fifth album.
I know, it's
a lot
crazy,
of albums.
right?
That's
It's a lot
amazing.
of albums.
So what has
6
unlocked
years.
for you along the way, Pachyman?
I just I worked a lot on the project, and it did start as a very foundation, very purist take on Channel One roots, radics, Jamaican stuff. But that was done 50 years ago already, and I love it, and I listen to it obsessively, and I wanted to do my sort of take on it. And the more time passed, the more it dawned on me that okay, so this has been done, and I'm doing a good job at it, but how can I bring my influences, my personality into this project? And I just kind of just manifested that idea in me and just continued working a lot, and I would just try to gravitate towards the sounds that were different. That every time I was working, I would be like, okay, let me focus on these songs that sound completely different from that old school mentality, but with those influences that I've learned and all the craft that I did through it. So, and I just kept doing it over and over until I found something different. And I feel like a lot of this music, people that listen to this music, listen to all sorts of other music as well, as we all do. So I just kind of wanted to bring those into the mix in a way that made sense, and just little by little started happening.
Yeah. What are some of those influences, whether it's genre or artists, that you were thinking about or inspired by while making this new album?
I think I really like synthesizers, and I listen to a lot of what do they call it, third world music. I forgot what third space. I don't know. It's stuff like Brian Eno related, and a lot of ambient stuff.
Oh, cool.
Fourth world. That's the genre. Things like that. I love krautrock as well, and I love punk and post-punk and all these things. I've played in bands like that before, so I feel like those genres have crossed back in the day. So I kind of wanted to also bring those into the mix in a way that kind of worked for me. So things like that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those bands you played in were sort of your foundation. I mean, before you did the foundation sound of dub, your foundation was krautrock. I mean, what was some of the first stuff that you started playing in? bands.
when in Los Angeles, I started a band called Prettiest Eyes that was like very like kind of synth punk and kind of like Suicide, Alan Vega, Martin Reff influence. And there was like it was around the time that was like there was like this big garage rock scene happening in Los Angeles. So those kind of played into that as well.
At the Smell and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And at the Echo and the Echoplex
Yeah.
when it was like kind of like a different crew of people that would like hang out there. Before that in Puerto Rico, I've had like played like in ambient bands and like we had a band like a post rock band that was really influenced by krautrock and Can and stuff like that. So just like a bunch of like random genres, you know.
Back to the idea of joy. Prince has a song, Joy in Repetition, and you feel that there's a power in repetition. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah. I feel like with, repetitive music always kind of keeps me in like this kind of like, I don't know, kind of like in a meditative state, if that makes sense. Feel like a lot of the genres that I listen to are very repetitive. And when I started like singing, which for this project, I kind of didn't want to overstep my boundaries, knowing that it was already a instrumental project. I just kind of like wanted to like make it start like singing by little. So I found like little small things that I written down that I would like repeat over and over, and that it kind of felt good during the when I was like writing those songs. And I would always, I would like catch myself thinking like, okay, well, I have to do something else, like a verse and like a second verse and all these things. And I'd be like, I don't really need to, like, if I like it this way, then maybe it's weird now for other people, but to me it sounds good, so I should just leave it like that. And I would just kind of like do that kind of stuff.
That's interesting. I didn't realize that the idea was for it to be an instrumental project. I mean, didn't see it either way.
Yeah.
I just see it as, I guess, sparse lyrics.
Yeah,
but
that's how it started.
Yeah,
and little by little, I started like
it started becoming something else.
Yeah.
What is it like when you go into the studio? I mean, you play a lot of instruments, right? What instruments do you play?
Drums, bass, a little bit of guitar, and keyboards. I was a keyboard player.
Okay.
I played guitar when I was a kid, but I got disheartened with it because it was too hard. And then like,
really?
I don't know how I got into keyboards. That was like in piano, and I ended up studying piano in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
So it was like mostly keyboards and bass. And then when I moved to LA, I started playing drums.
Go ahead.
That was when I started that band, that Prettiest Eyes. That was like the synth punk band.
Yeah. And so when you go in the studio, what instrument do you start with typically?
Depends. It changes a lot.
Yeah.
I do record the drums first. Sometimes I used to write the songs first on drums and then bass and then everything else. Then it changed to drums and keyboards and everything else. And sometimes now it's just keyboards, and then I would just kind of write a drum part to it. So it just changes a lot.
What I love when you perform is like how, so you're kind of moving knobs and buttons and all the whole thing. Mm-hmm. And the way that you move, it sort of feels like you're moving the knobs, but then they're like sending a signal back to you. Yeah. There's this conversation going between it. Yeah. And also now whenever I hear a Pachyman song, I picture you dancing. Like there's like a version of you in my brain that's like making it happen, like a little something in my brain. How important to you is the movement of your body on stage, and even when you're creating the music in the studio?
I don't know if like in the studio it happens too much. I feel like it happens at the end when I like put the playback on and everything is on, and then I'm like, oh hell yeah, and I start dancing.
Hell yeah, this is good music.
But on stage, it's like, I'm like playing all this, like I used to play like solo. I still from time to time do solo shows with just like a mixer. Have you like you've seen before?
Yeah.
And definitely like when I'm on stage, it's kind of like electrifying energy. Also, it just kind of like breaks the ice with people as well, where it's like you don't have to look at me. There's like not a lot to look at. Just like there's a lot of knob twisting, so just kind of like move amongst yourselves. So I feel like doing it first kind of sets the stage for that. Yeah. And then eventually like it just kind of like becomes very infectious.
Yeah. You have a Halloween show coming up. Have you ever done a Halloween show before?
Yeah, actually many. Yeah.
It's here in Los Angeles at the Lodge Room. I know it's going to be crazy and fun. Co-headlining with Mind Design. Do you know what your costume's going to be?
Not yet.
Not yet? Any idea?
We're talking about it. No ideas yet. Okay. I feel like I'm really bad at Halloween.
One time I was in a band and we did Sesame Street characters.
That's
I
good.
was Big Bird, of course.
Oh, of course.
And one of the drummers was Bert, and then I think the lead guy was like Ernie or something like that.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. So there, if you want a cool group idea.
Thank you. Yeah.
One thing I do want to touch on too before we get into the live music is just a beautiful moment. I mean, I know you moved to Los Angeles and it's your home now, and after the recent fires, you had already had your song out or created. Hard to Part.
Yeah.
But then you dedicated the music video to the city of Los Angeles, sort
Yeah.
of as an homage.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we were supposed to turn in a music video for that song, which is like going to be the first single for from the new record, Another Place. And that was the same week that the fires happened. We were like loosely doing some ideas and had some extras lined up for the videos. I don't even remember what the original idea was. But when it had all happened, like me and the Giraffe Sisters who shot the video with me, we like kind of like had an emergency meeting about like what do we do? Like we have to do like I still have to turn this thing in, but it feels stupid to make a music video during this horrible moment right now. So we just decided to like make something really easy or be like, let's try to just make something about what's happening right now. And we like kept brainstorming, and the idea was like a love letter to Los Angeles, where like it was a really. I like vignettes for music videos, so it's just like, let's just make it really easy. Just put a camera up, and I'll just run past like one particular place that is like that means something to me or is like an iconic place in the city. And we just decided to just like find a bunch of different places around the city and then just like kind of like shoot them, and I would just run by. And we did like 19 locations in one day, and it was like 3 days of
Just
shooting.
running past.
So just like running past, and it's like, okay, what's next? Wilshire Boulevard, let's go. And it's like Griffith Park, okay, up there. It's like, so we did like a kind of like a homage, like a love letter to LA, and like in this video.
Yeah. Did that experience change your relationship to LA and or also like to the song itself?
In a way, yeah, for sure. I mean, it also like driving around all of Los Angeles when this is happening as well was kind of like, I feel like the fires just changed all our lives afterwards. So I feel like, yeah, the relationship is definitely different from this song. Now I can't like think about it with something else,
Hard to Part, and that's the song you're going to start with today, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
Pachyman, thank you so much. It's amazing to have you here.
Thank you for having
Your new album, your fifth album, Another Place.
Another Place.
Out now. And for those of us here in the audience, he has 2 shows coming up at the Lodge Room on Halloween, and then the following day, November 1st, along with Mind Design. So that'll be a lot of fun. Let's get into some
Great.
live music.
Do it.
All right, we're going to set up.
Thanks,
so
everyone.
much. Keep the energy flowing. Don't forget, guys.
The energy
Yeah.
out.